What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate everybody for coming back to check out this new video. As you can tell by the title, I'm doing a video that has been highly requested, and I've honestly forgot to do this. I should have did this a long time ago. This video is how I started my box truck business. Right now I'm currently on vacation, so I know the scenery is a little different, but bear with me like that. Hold on, come on, check it out. So, currently in Miami, so that's why y'all haven't seen any new uploads. But check it out. This is the spot. This is the views. This is how we coming. All 2021. But yeah, man, I'm on vacation, so that's why I haven't uploaded any new videos. So just bear with me. Of course, yes, I am sitting in a tub. I don't know, it's just comfortable. I could be naked. So, y'all miss me? Y'all miss me? I miss y'all too. Can we give me a kiss? But that kiss wasn't for you. Yeah, you. The person that hasn't subscribed to my channel, hasn't turned on post notifications, and did not like this video. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and do it right now. Also, I just want to say what's up to all the new people that's tuned in. This channel's been going like crazy over the past week. And I just want to say I really appreciate everybody's support and just the comments alone. It's really humbling, but at the same time, it's like, it's surreal too. So I just want to say shout out to y'all. Welcome to the family. Be sure again to subscribe to the channel. That really helps out my channel a lot. Cause I got, let's see, I think last time I checked, only 4% of my viewers are actually subscribed to my channel. So I need everybody to go ahead and subscribe if y'all want to keep seeing fire content. Also, drop in the comments some questions. I want to see all you guys' questions. Make sure you guys watch my previous videos too, because I've probably already answered some of the questions in a previous video, or I've already covered it. So just make sure you guys go and watch the previous videos about box trucks, which starts at, I quit my job to do this. And then every video since then. I also have a playlist too, and on my homepage on my YouTube channel. So make sure you go to that playlist, and it's literally called Box Trucks. So go to that Box Truck playlist and you can watch all my box truck videos. So, but just be sure to drop a comment if you have a question about anything, and I'll be sure to help you the best way I can. Hopefully in this video, I'll be dropping a little bit of game for you guys. So just let me know if this helps you guys in the comments, which y'all also do a great job on doing. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this video and get started. I got started back in 2018. That's when I initially started my LLC for this business. It was my intention to start in 2018, but I got distracted with other things, so this kind of fell to the wayside. I went to LegalZoom and I just paid them to do it. I just didn't have the time to, and I didn't know how. I didn't go on YouTube and do my research like I probably could have, and didn't, and did it that way. But I just paid LegalZoom. I paid LegalZoom about either $400 or $500 to go ahead and get my LLC and everything good. I got my authority. This year, and on April 16th. So I paid a company to do my authority too. It's called something US Consultants or something like that. I paid a lot of money, more money than it's probably worth. And I could have probably just did it. I could have did it myself, but again, I didn't have the time. I just want to pay somebody to do it, and they pretty much handle all of my compliance. I paid a one-time fee, and they handle all of my compliance, my UCRs. They basically do anything dealing with my DOT and MC number. They handle everything. If they need to call me, they'll call me, and we'll get it figured out from there. But I paid a one-time fee, and they handle all my UCR filings, everything from now until forever. After you get your authority, or you start your authority, of course, you want to go ahead and start looking for insurance. So for my insurance, I have Progressive. I'm pretty sure everybody has Progressive. I mean, they're the most affordable. So I strongly recommend getting a quote through Progressive. But of course, go ahead and get 2 or 3 other quotes too, to kind of have something to compare it to. So this is where things start to get kind of tricky, right? Let me tell you guys how I got quoted for my insurance so that I could get my authority active. I found an older, smaller box truck, and I started my insurance policy that way. It was less money initially out of my pocket. And to put it in perspective, it's like getting quoted for a 2020 Mercedes or getting quoted for a 2005 Mercedes. A 2005 quote is going to be way cheaper than a 2020 quote, right? I found me, I want to say it was like a 2002 box truck, and I got a quote on that. And so it made my initial startup super cheap, because of course you got to put down a deposit to go ahead and get started with Progressive or pretty much any insurance company. They're going to ask you for like a big down payment or a decent sized down payment, and then from there they'll space out the rest of that monthly. That's basically what I did. It makes it a little bit cheaper, so it kind of cuts down your startup cost a little bit. And then once you actually go ahead and get your truck after your authority or whatever, then you can go ahead and take that truck, the truck that you initially put on, off, and then switch it to your new truck, which can be a 2017. And all it's going to do is they're not going to ask you for any more money down. They're just going to adjust your monthly rate. So that's a pro tip. I hope that helps somebody save a little bit of money. So my Progressive insurance right now, I'm paying $788 a month for auto liability insurance, commercial auto liability insurance. With that, there's another pro tip to that. What also helped me get my overall insurance payment so cheap is, remember when I told you I started my LLC in 2018? Well, if you already have a pre-existing LLC, it'll be probably better to do a DBA under that LLC, especially if you got some age to it, because it literally will cut hundreds of dollars off of your monthly. Again, having a new business, it's super fresh compared to having a business that has been around for about 3 years, that hasn't had any incidents. That really helps. Now, you're also going to need general liability insurance. Now, the general liability insurance is going to cover your company. So just make sure you keep that in mind. You're going to need more than that. I think, I've never done runs for Amazon, but I believe Amazon requires you to have general liability. And I got another pro tip for you guys here in a second. But so just make sure you guys have general liability insurance, and also I got an umbrella coverage as well too. So just keep that in mind. So my general liability insurance is $144 a month. That came out to $1,700 for the year. Now that's a little higher than I expected, but I think it's because it's my first time having insurance on the business. So, I think it's a little bit higher because of that reason. Another thing is workers' comp and general liability. I'm not gonna say it's optional. I say you need general liability, but workers' comp is optional. Right now it's just me driving, so I don't need workers' comp. Now, only time you would need workers' comp is if your contract states that you need workers' comp. And when I say contract, I mean through, let's say you're working through Amazon. They require you to have workers' comp insurance. Oh shoot, hold on, I'm out of focus. Yeah, better. Let me scoot this forward. Boom, 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 boom. I'm sorry, peeps, I'm like a neat freak when it comes to my videos, because I would hate to shoot this whole video and it's out of focus. What was I talking about? Yeah, workers' comp. Workers' comp is contract based, and that's like if you have. Is that my hand that's doing it? Okay. So workers' comp is contract based. That's if you have. Okay, I'm just not gonna hold this. All right, that's way better. So workers' comp. That's going to be contract based. That's if you have a contract through like Amazon and they're actually requiring you to have workers' comp. Other than that, if you are getting your loads off of a load board, they do not ask you for workers' comp. All right, they don't even ask for your general liability insurance. All they want to see is that you have auto liability, commercial auto liability, and cargo insurance. That is literally it. So that's a pro tip. You guys can save some money. Workers' comp insurance can be pretty pricey depending on how many employees and stuff you have. So just keep that in mind. Like if you're getting all your loads off the load board, you don't need workers' comp. I mean, I ain't gonna say you don't need it, but if it's just you don't need workers' comp insurance. You can get it, but You don't need it. Nobody's gonna ask you for it. Next thing is buying a box truck. So when you buy a box truck, I'm gonna tell you guys how I got my box truck. Now I am actually financing my box truck. I am not renting my box truck or leasing my box truck. And I'm actually in the process of buying another box truck. So these are the things that you're gonna wanna do when you're buying a box truck. Now my box truck is a Hino 268A. So it has the air ride, the air suspension and the air rider stuff. So air brakes and all that other stuff. So with that, Hino 268s are specifically for non-CDL drivers. All right, the gross vehicle weight is 25,950. Keep that in mind. I had a guy come in the comments and he told me that my truck wasn't non-CDL and that some Hino 268s can be modified. And I'm like, bro, you're doing too much. Like you're really doing too much. If I wanted a CDL Hino, you would look for the Hino 338. Their gross vehicle weight is 33,000 pounds, I want to say. So just keep that in mind, guys. Hino 268s are specifically made for non-CDL drivers. So just so you know. Now, right now, box trucks are going like hotcakes, all right? Especially Hinos. Hinos is probably like the hardest trucks to find. So I started to notice that real quick. I got pre-approved for a certain amount, and then I went out and started shopping for my truck. It's kind of like buying a house. Realtors really don't want to talk to you unless you have a pre-approval. So I just take that same thing and apply it to the trucking industry. And with how fast these trucks moves, it's really vital that you have a pre-approval before. Once I got my pre-approval, I went and basically I went shopping. I looked for trucks. So I found my truck at Rush Truck Centers in Fort Worth, Texas. And they're amazing. Now they typically just sell semis, but they do work on box trucks. Well, I'll say this. The Rush Truck Center in Fort Worth, where I live, typically just sell semis. They normally don't get box trucks like that, but they have an amazing network in a sense. So they have a partnership with this company called Industrial Power as well. And so I have like a membership with Industrial Power where I get like discounts because I bought my truck through Rush Truck Centers. I get a discount with Industrial Power for maintenance on my truck. So that's an amazing thing. I ended up buying the truck and I literally went to him saying, hey, I already have a pre-approval. I gave him my finance guy's number and they literally, my finance guy just asked him for a copy of the front and back of the title, an invoice, and literally I locked that truck down within about 30 minutes of like walking on the lot. So just keep that in mind that getting a pre-approval will help the process because people, especially with how lucrative the trucking industry is, you got a lot of people that's coming with just straight cash. So a pre-approval is kind of like cash in a sense. So I strongly recommend that. And I'll also give you guys some free game too here shortly. But I found my truck. My truck was 39,000 with 160,000 miles on it. I know, a steal. So I ended up doing the extended warranty on it, and I got, I had to pay the tax, title, and license. So I think the ending cost was like 48,000 after the extended warranty and tax, title, and license. I was approved for $75,000. Of course, you don't want to don't buy new trucks. Don't ever buy new trucks. Don't buy a new truck. Go and try to find you 2018 if you want a new truck. But other than that, you cool with a 2014. Like I got 2013s, 2012s, and you'll be good from there. But don't buy new trucks. Now, for my truck, what really attracted me to my truck is that it used to be a Penske truck. So with that, I knew that it was fleet maintained. I didn't have to wonder if the previous owner was getting oil changes on time and if the truck had been like just completely dogged out. So that's typically what I look for. I love to find fleet maintained trucks. So what I want to tell you guys about the free game is I went through a particular company that only works with commercial financing. And so what they do is they get you pre-approved. They have like a network of banks. And so they'll like throw your information out there. It'll come back with I guess whatever banks want to work with you with how much they want you to put down, and and they'll give you like your payment terms. So this is how you can get multiple trucks at once. I don't have any business credit, so they go and they check your personal credit. My personal credit is good. So if you got good personal credit, you won't have to put anything down like I did. I didn't have to put anything down in this truck. So they was like, okay, yeah, everything's good to go, no money down. So I literally only paid the company that found the banks for me that were willing to work with me. I only paid them $695, and it pretty much worked out perfectly. That's all the money I had to come out of pocket for my truck. Now, if your credit isn't in the best shape, be prepared to put down 20 to 25% of the truck that you're trying to finance, if they'll work with you at all. So everything ain't guaranteed, but you're not required to put any money down unless they get you the deal. And that's another thing that, on top of one more thing that I really liked about the finance company. And again, I'm going to drop his contact info, and he's going to hook you guys up like he hooked me up. But the only way that you can get hooked up is you use my name. You have to tell him, hey, Chris sent me. So when you're starting the process of getting the financing and trying to get the pre-approval, they run a soft credit check to see if they'll be able to work with you or not. And off that soft credit check, they'll send it to the banks and they'll say, okay, yeah, I can get you pre-approved. And then after they get you the pre-approval, that's when they'll run the hard credit check, the hard inquiry on your credit. So just keep that in mind. That's another pro for me. And everything pretty much worked out to my benefit. I ended up getting a truck maybe it took about a week. And then like 2 or 3 of those days out of the week, I was out of town. I was in Vegas with my family. It was a pretty fast process. The bank was kind of being like a little stickler on like my insurance, not my coverages, but like, how do I explain it? They were just being like real weird about my insurance, like the name insured and all this other type of stuff, and how Progressive was sending the documents. So just keep that in mind too. Also, in that meantime, what you need to do is also get your .med card, and that's just a physical. It is not the same as a regular physical, okay? So you can't go and get a regular physical at your family doctor and be like, I need my .med card. You actually have to get a physical. All right, so just keep that in mind. I believe I paid maybe $120 for it. So, but yeah, so just make sure you get your physical, and they'll give you a med card as well, saying that you're able to, operate, and that's a part of your compliance. I think that's pretty much it, man. I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head that I did any different. But if anything does come to me, I'll be sure to answer it in my next video. And in my next video, or it might be the one after that, I'm gonna go through the comments, and then I'm gonna answer some of the questions that you guys leave in the comments. So just make sure that you guys ask some questions that haven't already been answered in my previous videos, all right? Just make sure that these are some like real deal questions. Also too, I'll be uploading a video on how I find loads for my box truck. I see a lot of people saying they don't have success with DAT, or because I use DAT and I use truck stop. I've been hearing people saying they're not having a lot of success with it. So I'll give you guys my game on basically how I find my loads. Also, another video coming up, I will be basically giving you guys a breakdown on how I do my expenses and how I negotiate loads. Because a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of y'all just be kind of throwing numbers out, and it has no basis. It doesn't come from anywhere. You'll be like, oh, I'm gonna try to get an extra $200. Like, no. That's not how we work. So I'll be breaking down my negotiation skills, and I'll probably do a live negotiation for you guys, so you guys can kind of see what my process is. If you guys want to see that, slap a thumbs up. And actually, you guys have been going crazy with the likes, but get this video to 300 likes, and I will give y'all all the secret sauce. All of this stuff is free. I'm not charging for anything. I won't be doing a course. I may do consultations. I don't know yet. There's a lot of people that are doing consultations, but I may do consultations, and I would charge for those, but it wouldn't be like anything. Probably it wouldn't be anything over $50, to be completely honest with you. Give this video 300 likes. If you guys like this video, drop it in a comment, drop a fire emoji in a comment, do whatever you need to do. Just keep showing love, keep showing support, keep sharing this video, and I really appreciate you guys for tapping in with me and enjoying this channel. But I got more fire ass content coming, and I'm about to go finish enjoying my vacation. Remember, new videos. I'm gonna try to drop 3 videos this week for you guys, and you know, kind of show you guys the business side of things. So let's get to this money, man. Keep trucking. Everybody be safe out there that's on the road, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.